Welcome to the
Wait,
second.
now we're rolling.
All right, so welcome to the second.
Now we're heading down.
I keep trying to start this and it just doesn't start. So welcome to 2, Over Coffee Cast 2, the sequel. Rodney TH is still here.
The caffeinating.
Yeah, he did not leave. We thought he was going to leave.
He's still here. He can't leave us.
It's kind of disappointing.
Oh.
Like, you expect something to happen, and it just doesn't. Like, I think this is how they felt in 2012 when the world was supposed to end.
What were you doing on 2012?
I was actually in Afghanistan, but yeah, so no, that was pretty bad. But the world didn't end.
What were you doing in 2012?
I was in school.
That is so exciting. Can we go into that some more? Can we just...
Okay. I think on that day we were having, it was a gym day. We were playing volleyball.
Volleyball. Okay.
I was on drugs at a rave.
Okay, and we have a winner for who had the funnest 2012.
No, it was actually really bad. It's like somebody skipped me out of my drugs.
What?
I ended up taking the wrong drugs.
Oh, man.
Going around.
God.
And yeah, and everybody is really weird and creepy. And yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, way to make a fun story sad. Like, that was for 3 seconds. It's like, man, at least you had fun. It's like, oh, no, he had a terrible time.
Well, I mean, I just don't like electronic music because it for some reason, electronic music depresses me.
Oh.
Makes me sad.
Do you also hate petting kittens and puppies?
When I'm really drunk, I love to.
So when you're drunk, do you love electronic music?
Yeah, I think
sometimes.
You're a very complicated person. We need to dig into this more.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll get really drunk and a little cat will walk up and I'm like, oh my god, it's a kitten! And I'll be like rubbing and petting this thing and it'll be just like, get away from me.
So you essentially torture animals. Okay. So is that to get into character? Is that what you're doing? You're getting into character?
It's with love.
It's with love.
My breath may really...
Wow, Ron, I didn't know you loved animals.
Yeah. I love animals as much as I respect your opinion.
Really? You love animals?
No. All right, so we just kind of did a weird thing there. We had a list of stuff we were supposed to talk about, and I forgot about it. So the first is construction.
Yes. I've been very out of it because that's been keeping me up because I've been trying to sleep in.
Oh, it's still going on outside?
It was, yeah. And just all morning, I was trying to sleep, and all I could hear was just...
But how else did it sound? Like, do you have a couple more sound effects for us?
My problem with my apartments is that people above me just bang really loudly. And not banging as in knocking, but the other kind of banging.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And screaming, and you can hear their headboard of their bed just
Okay.
That's what keeps me up at night.
What keeps you up at night? We're going to keep this open to the comments.
The terrible things I have done. Oh, you weren't talking to me. Okay. But truly, to me, you shouldn't be complaining because those guys are out there in the hot Texas weather, and you're like, oh no, I can't sleep the way I want to. Those guys are the miserable ones. But
I know. I don't blame the workers. I blame the ones who employed them.
See, a couple of years ago, I was doing warehouse and factory work. It was this weird job where I was converting a factory or a warehouse to a factory. And I'd get there at 5 in the morning and be there until 5 in the afternoon working. But this was a couple of years ago when for some reason this winter it was below 30 half of the winter. So I'd get there at 5 in the morning and it'd be triple layered and it'd be raining and be freezing my ass off.
Yeah.
My butt off.
So why didn't you keep that job? Sounds great. Sounds like it had benefits.
I did. If I would have been there for one more month, I would have gotten a $5 pay raise, full insurance, dental, eyesight, all this really awesome stuff. But it was way out in Buda.
I guess they assume that you're just going to freeze to death before that point. They're like, no one's going to make it this far. It'll be a popsicle. Don't have to worry about it.
There were some guys, one guy, the entire time I worked there, he had leg casts because right before I started working there, something fell on his leg and split in half. And
they still had him working. They're like, yeah, you get benefits, but
they just have him in the office.
That's terrible.
But
workers with benefits.
Yeah.
But I lost that job because my brother-in-law was my carpooled with him, and then he quit the job out of the blue.
Oh, that sucks.
And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna continue to give you a ride." And I was like, "Sweet." And the next day, he arrived like 10 minutes after I had to be at work. And I texted them. I was like, "I'm gonna be a little bit late," and they were like, "Yeah, don't even bother coming in." It's like, "All right."
Okay, so each of these sections so far has been pretty depressing, and I think maybe Rodney here needs to stop contributing. Maybe he should just listen, because he's bringing the mood down.
Oh, God.
He's really bringing... Okay,
Sorry.
Our next section here, I'm not really sure why it's on our list, but Nazis.
Yeah, let's punch some Nazis.
We're going to punch Nazis.
Yep. Okay.
I don't know, man. It's been my dream since I was a kid to be able to punch Nazis. But, you know, that was like, the way I looked at it was like, that was like World War II. I already missed my chance. So now we got Nazis running around, so.
So you can
There you
relive
go.
your dream now, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just going to go like full on Rick and Morty, like, you know.
I'll get really buff and just like that one scene.
And then you just run in, just like, deck him into the ground.
Okay. It's like you just want to punch a Nazi. That's
admirable.
yeah.
It's like, I want 100 Nazi scalps. I want them hanging around my apartment.
Okay, you went from punch to murder. You went for, like, that was a steep, like, I want to punch a Nazi to I want to murder 100. And I don't want to know where step 3 is at. Do you have a final solution to this? Is that what's happening?
He's going to throw them into a gas chamber.
No, I don't have an end game
No end game?
like the Joker. I'm
You're just going to keep going, just keep
get all my
ramping it up.
prizes and just burn them all right in front of everybody.
Okay, yeah. Schemers. I don't like schemers either. Okay. So this is the part where we obligatory talk about our bridge series that we have. And
Yes.
we're doing pretty good so far. We got our teaser scenes down, and our scene 2 is just about finished.
Pretty much. I guess if we really wanted to, we can always put it up on Patreon.
I mean, we could do a 1-by-1, but I don't think we have any Patreons at this point, so that would be wasted effort.
Okay.
We
We could do that for like the next few episodes.
But our deadline that we set for ourselves is by the end of the month.
I think we can hit it. I think we're starting to.
No, I mean, we're definitely making some.
It's just like, yeah, we just need to keep
God,
going.
we still need a voice for, I think, Barbara.
No,
Do you have one?
we have an idea, and we're going to see if it works out. We're going to
Okay.
use one of the voice actresses we already have, and I think it'll work.
Okay.
I do need to get that. So besides Barbara, though, all of the dialogue is in there,
Yeah.
except for stuff that we probably missed and we're going to have to go back and put in. So we'll see how that plays out.
Did I miss any?
I mean, no, there's a few parts where you don't put dialogue in, but it doesn't really affect the story as much so far.
Okay.
Like, it probably would have been really hard to put it in there, so I could see why you skipped over it, so I'm not even
It
mad.
was, yeah. No, I think, because like I was working on this one scene. I think scene 2, I was having a really hard time doing the lip movement, but I think I figured it out.
And I think
finally.
you skipped a couple of Mogu's lines, but really, he's so easy to forget that I can't even blame you.
Well, I mean, I didn't really finish. I think I got halfway through one of the scenes because I think I needed Shihiru's lines to finish it.
Well, I think we're going to be on episode 3 and realize we forgot to put any of his lines in. Like, it just didn't happen. We missed that. So sorry, but... Alright, so that's our Grimgar, and we're working on an original series, maybe, probably.
Apparently.
We'll see.
He just kind of...
Thinking of one. We're thinking of one.
Yeah, it's in the works there.
He just kind of dropped this on us like during over coffee.
Yeah. We've got a room like with all these pictures on the wall and pieces of string connecting together, so we have that going for us. We'll figure out an episode.
Which room is this?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's the same one figuring out how I'm going to get you to stay in Texas for the next year. It's the same room.
All
I
right.
see you planned this whole thing
An
out.
extra room.
Tip number 1 is step 3 is me breaking your legs, and step 4 is me locking you inside of a room.
Wow.
You don't want to
wonderful.
know about step 1 and 2. They're pretty gruesome.
This is taking
God.
a
Yeah,
crazy turn.
it is.
All right, but yeah, an original series. We're going to do the animation and everything. We'll see how that works out for us. And
It'll be something that I'm working on. And then getting y'all's help here and there.
yeah, be on there. My original series already hit a wall, and it's probably either not going to happen or be Patreon only.
Oh yeah, the mistranslated thing.
Mistranslated episode.
I mean, I loved it, but I think I told you while we were there. Like, apparently, what happened was I was watching halfway through. I stopped to go do something, came back, refreshed the page, and it was already taken down.
You know, if I can't even get people on my team to watch the episode, it's just other people. It's never going to happen. So Might as well
Oh
throw
my
that.
God.
That whole project needs to go
Just-
in the trash. Look at
Okay,
something
no,
else.
please. I loved it. I just had other things to do, and the copyright claim was so fast. I didn't see it. I probably should have seen it coming, but I
He's
didn't.
making excuses.
Yeah, he's rambling at this point.
He's fumbling over his words and rambling.
He's
Oh,
like,
God.
I was sick. My dog ate my homework that I didn't have.
My dog ate my laptop,
Yeah.
and
It
now
started
here it
raining
is.
on me on my way home.
I mean,
The construction workers fired a nail gun at me.
My grandma had a heart attack. Never say she died, because then that excuse is over. Say she had a heart attack.
Yeah.
You can reuse that one like 6 or 7 times. You're welcome, kids.
okay.
All right.
My
So, and then
grandparents
I guess we're on thoughts now.
Thought of
are
the
dead.
day.
Thoughts? Okay.
Does anybody have any thoughts?
I try not to have those. They're dangerous.
They are.
Mhm.
Any stories?
I'm trying to think
thoughts?
of something.
Maybe we should come up with thoughts before we do this. That's a thought.
We could pause it and come up with
We
a
could
thought
pause it,
continue.
and they wouldn't
Thought
know.
be gone.
We could edit all of this out. These people would never know any better.
Oh my God. Shit.
Come on, team. We can think of something.
Shit. Ass.
All we need is one thought.
The Pop-Tarts.
That's not a thought. That's a food.
So-
You can think about Pop-Tarts. God damn it.
Oh god. Taylor sounded like he had something. Come on.
So, a good friend of mine I was working with at my recent job, he was actually thinking, like, seriously considering making, like, a food porn Instagram. Not, like, dirty, like, but, like, have you seen food porn videos? It's just, like, people making food and it just looks so good and it's just, like, they're breaking up the food or cutting it. And, like, people get shit tons of views for that. So he was, like, wanting to bank on that.
So it's kind of like Epic Mealtime, but very toned down.
Yeah, and it's just, like, you look at the food.
Okay, that I can definitely see.
See,
Or,
I
like,
think
you'll
he's
see
halfway.
stuff like a big thing of nice looking meat and you just like slap it.
What?
Slap
That is
it.
not what I was thinking of, but okay.
You could like make a channel called like Meat Beaters, and you just beat different types of
You
meat.
just buy meat every time you buy some meat, just like punch
And
it.
you drizzle it in the cheesy sauce. And put on the bacon strips and the bacon strips and bacon strips.
Maybe without the bacon strips. But I think your friend's halfway onto something. You want to do a food porn Instagram. Why doesn't he just do like a porn Instagram? I think that would get tons of views.
A porn of
I think he
porn.
was actually thinking either Instagram or Snapchat.
Snapchat. I thought Snapchat was just for porn and drugs. That was it. Those two things.
What it was originally for.
Oh.
But
He's
how much
doing
porn and drugs do you get on Snapchat?
I mean, I can't. I'm not going to answer that question on the record here. But if you want to talk later out back, I mean, I have a few hard drives you might want to look at, and you know what a terabyte is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then that skips a whole lot of conversation.
You gotta remind you that we're in an apartment and there is no outback.
There's no outback. There's an outback. Try next to the sink.
There's the hallway.
Oh, there's one down the street somewhere, I think. Yeah, there's like one up 183.
I guess.
So yeah, I guess that
No,
was
I
our,
pass by it all the time. Trust me. There's
Okay, there's an outback.
so
An outback steakhouse.
Yeah.
There you go.
that's our thought. When does something become like what it is, or like that plus porn? Like when does the word porn get thrown in there?
I guess
as soon as somebody thinks of it.
Like sexually? Like as soon as it's sexual, it's porn.
Yes.
Like even if there's no, it just as soon as
So
it's
then
I
food
think
porn
food
is-
porn. This is more. It's referring more to like
wanting to eat
Yes.
the food.
the aesthetic
Yeah.
of saying this food. I guess it's not like a literal sexual. It's just like the aesthetic.
Is there such a thing as porn of porn?
porn, yeah. There's a whole hub of it.
It's
Sounds like you know this pretty
I
well.
do.
it's
I
porn
have
of
done-
people watching porn.
Like if this is what we want to talk about, I have extensive research.
Oh,
I
God.
I have notebooks. I have my wall with all kinds of dry erase stuff. We can get into this, but it's right next to my thing on how to keep our Rodney here in Texas. I'm not
God.
saying they're related. I'm not saying they're related at all, but they're in the same room.
Oh my God.
That was too far. I shouldn't have said that. All right.
Oh, okay.
I think we're starting to wrap it up here, people. We're just evolving into a conversation about porn. We can do this for hours, days,
I
probably.
mean,
So,
I think we've only done like 25 minutes.
25? That's
not
more
even
than that.
25.
I think
we've
25.
done like 15.
that's good.
Okay.
I
All
think-
right. Should we just?
We forgot to do introductions here.
Well, what should we do to introduce ourselves? We're introducing ourselves at the very end.
Yeah, do your thing.
My thing? What was my thing?
Your nerd. I don't know. You do like a whole thing.
NerdMiGerd.
It's
NerdMiGerd!
Yeah, that's his thing.
that's
Now,
that's
do
my
your
thing.
Cock-a-doodle doo, motherfucker!
You're supposed to say your name, but that works.
Oh, that was Rodney.
And
No, his name's Cockadoodle.
I'm RyanTM, and thank you for listening and for getting this far.
Yeah. No,
Have a good one.
I have to applaud you for that
Take
one.
care. Good job. You can do this.
Yay.
Please support our channel.
Oh, for the love of God!
We're not begging.
I'm
Yes, we
starving!
We have more pride than that.
I don't. Threw that away long ago.
Oh, God. I'm starving.
Are you
I
stopping
need
or
food.
what?
My cup is broken on the bottom. It's leaking water.
Is that why there's all that?
Yeah, I
gonna
was,
ask you, like,
I was
basement?
wondering. You got some cracks in the bottom of your hair.
Oh, God damn
so you have to
it.
drink this.